Yeah, for this 5 and 6, I'm going to be upstairs on a different mic. So, yeah. Right, but will this IFB reach? Okay, well we're going to test it out.
It probably won't.
I've got my phone I could use. It won't. It would. So don't even try.
I don't think so. Because I mean, I'll go upstairs and sometimes go outside.
Yeah, I might test. See.
It won't work. It's not going to work.
Not gonna work.
Coverage you can count on. You're watching WTVM News Leader Now. Sponsored by Montlick & Associates, Columbus Injury Attorneys.
An inmate found dead at the Muskogee County Jail, and now the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is stepping in. More from Sheriff Tompkins today on what sparked the probe.
And a sharp turn in the death investigation of a Columbus man. Hector Arreola's family has decided to change legal counsel. We'll have more on this development coming up.
The accused murder suspect involved in killing a 25-year-old Columbus man appeared in court for the first time. We're telling you the details of today's hearing.
And our futurecast indicating some rain possible during the nighttime hours tonight. We'll have the latest on what to expect with the rain and when to expect the cool weather to get here.
Plus, here's a live look at our phone bank. Experts from Supreme Fast Tax and Integrated Financial Group standing by to answer your tax and financial questions tonight. That number to call with your questions is on your screen, scrolling, and on our website. We'll be checking in live through 6:30 tonight. Thanks for joining us for News Leader 9 at 5.
New developments tonight in the story we first brought you in a mobile push alert last night. The Muskogee County Sheriff's Office goes on record today after investigators say an inmate hanged himself inside the jail. There is new information being released tonight about the apparent suicide. News Leader 9 Sharifa Jackson was at that press conference today. And Sharifa, what can you tell us?
Well, Rosalind, the inmate is being identified as 41-year-old Roger Tyler. He was reportedly found hanging in the shower area by another inmate Tuesday afternoon. Now, guards were not around at the time of the accident, but found Tyler unresponsive a short time later. He was transported to Midtown Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. Now, Sheriff Donna Tompkins at the Muskogee County Sheriff's Office says although Tyler was known to have struggled with mental issues, he was believed to be of okay health.
We are aware of a mental health history with this inmate, and our mental health people at the jail had dealt with him in the past, but my understanding at this time was that he was stable. He was in a general population dorm, no indication, that there was any issues.
Now, the GBI is taking over the investigation. Tyler's body is being sent to Atlanta for an autopsy. Now, Sheriff Tompkins, she also says this is the first inmate suicide in quite some time. Now, what the sheriffs are doing to prevent incidents like this from happening in the future, ahead on News at 6. Rosalind.
All right, Sharifa, thank you so much for that report. You can see the full press conference from the Muskogee County Sheriff's Office on our website. Just go to WTVM.com and look under the local tab.
Autopsy results are now in for Muskogee County school bus driver Roy Newman, who crashed into a tree in August of last year. That crash killing Newman and injuring 7 students on the bus.
Reports say the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, torso, and extremities. The death was also ruled an accident. Chief Deputy Coroner Freeman Worley says there is nothing on the autopsy report that says anything about the driver being unconscious prior to the crash. Georgia Governor Nathan Deal appeared at Southwest Georgia Regional Airport before departing for a helicopter ride across Albany. He toured the area to get a first-hand look at the devastation left behind by a tornado that killed 4 people in that area Sunday afternoon. Deal has promised aid for those affected and has declared a state of emergency for the other counties affected. The Red Cross teams up with our sister station WALB in Albany to host a telethon today. Volunteers started taking phone calls for the public to donate at noon and will go up until 8 tonight.
Now we have a live look, actually some video from the event, some information you see on your screen right now. The phone number to call is at the bottom of your screen. You can also be found on our website along with information about this telethon on WTVM.com.
And thankfully, of course, the severe weather long gone, but we have more rain moving back into the area tonight. Now, we're watching this closely for you. A little cold front stretched right through here, and it's along that front where we have that band of showers that'll be heading our way a little bit later on tonight. Mainly after midnight is when we expect that rain to move in. Tonight, temperatures very warm. Today, we mentioned this was going to be a really warm day for us. 72 in Columbus, 72 in Macon, 74 down in Dothan, and Montgomery at 76. But just off to our north and west, things turn a whole lot cooler. 63 in Huntsville, Tupelo, Mississippi, 62, and that cool air is also heading our way. We'll feel it tomorrow, but we're really going to see those cool temperatures settle in by Friday and by the weekend. So for the rest of the evening, staying very mild. The rain chances again highest after midnight tonight, heading into very early on your Thursday morning. We'll talk more about the timing of the rain and bring you the rest of your 9-day planner coming up for you a little later on in the newscast, guys.
All right, thank you, Derek. An update for you tonight on the family of a Columbus man who died after encountering police officers, and they will now seek legal action with the help of another attorney. Newsletter 9's Jose Zozaya joins us now in studio. He's been following this case since we first reported Hector Arreola's death and arrest before that death. Jose, has the family found a new attorney now?
Yes, Jason, I reached out to the Arreola family. His sister actually has confirmed the family has hired Columbus attorney Mark Post earlier today. Newsletter 9 also confirmed from attorney Stacey Jackson, who you just saw there on your screen, that as of last Thursday, he was no longer representing the Arreola family regarding his death on January 10th. The next step will be finding out what type of legal action the family will pursue. At this point, city and police officials say, based on their conversations with investigators, 30-year-old Arreola's death may have resulted from a pre-existing condition and not the injuries he suffered on January 9th when police arrived at his mother's home on Moss Drive. And Jason Roslin, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, is still piecing things together in this investigation right now. We are still waiting on Arreola's official autopsy report, and we will have more, hopefully, from this new attorney and the family on their wishes to move forward. Back to you.
A new twist in this case. All right, thank you, Jose. We're also learning more details about the man suspected of shooting and killing Bobby C. Wright Jr. in Columbus last month.
C. Wright's family was inside the courtroom when the suspect answered to charges through his attorney. And that's where we find Newsletter 9's Marla Spence. And Marla, what can you tell us happened in court today?
Roslyn and Jason, I can now tell you the name of the suspected killer. He is accused of killing 25-year-old Bobby C. Wright Jr. in this surveillance video where the shooting took place December 17th at the intersection of Branton Woods Drive and Branton Woods Lane. You can see who the police believe is 16-year-old James Oliver. The young suspect pleaded not guilty during the hearing. Questions came up about the surveillance video obtained by Cannon Baptist Church on Branton Woods Drive. Columbus police detectives say the video does not appear to show any altercation before Oliver allegedly shot C. Wright and ran away from the scene.
We don't know the quality of the video, so that's the important thing. Just because you have a video does not necessarily mean that you can identify a person from that video. It was mentioned by Detective Stokes that it was infrared, it was at night, it was dark. So some of those things come into play as well. So just because there's a video does not necessarily mean that a person can be identified by it.
According to the suspect's attorney, Stacey Jackson, who is representing Oliver, he says the 16-year-old is in the juvenile detention facility while he awaits trial in Superior Court. He also stated the district attorney has the right to change the charges from adult to a juvenile. Now, we're also being told that this suspect was enrolled at Hardaway High School from August 2016 up until December 20th, and then he transferred over to Carver High School, and that's where police arrested Oliver. Reporting live in Columbus, I'm Marla Spence for News Leader 9. Back to you guys.
All right, Mahler, thanks to you for that live report. Starting today, President Donald Trump says the U.S. is going to get back, quote, control of its border. Trump's comments came at the Department of Homeland Security. He signed an executive order to boost security and crack down on immigrants living in the U.S. illegally. Trump says the order will set in motion the construction of his proposed border wall.
A nation without borders is not a nation. Beginning today, the United States of America gets back control of its borders, gets back its borders.
The border wall along Mexico is one of Trump's campaign promises he repeatedly talked about.
Meantime, Georgia Congressman John Lewis will deliver the annual Martin Luther King Jr. address in LaGrange tomorrow. His visit home to the Peach State comes on the heels of controversy surrounding him and President Trump. Lewis, a civil rights icon, boycotted President Trump's inauguration, saying he questioned his legitimacy as president because of Russian interference in the elections. Lewis will speak at Callaway Auditorium in LaGrange tomorrow afternoon at 3:30, and we will stream his speech live on our website, WTVM.com, and our free mobile news app.
And looking ahead tonight, President Donald Trump will do his first interview with World News Tonight anchor David Muir since taking the oath of office.
President Trump, the first interview will air during a 1-hour primetime special right here on News Leader 9, happening at 10 o'clock tonight. Actress Mary Tyler Moore dead at the age of 80 today. Moore passing away in the company of friends and her loving husband of 33 years, Dr. S. Robert Levine. Moore's role as the spunky housewife on the Dick Van Dyke Show in the 1960s made her America's sweetheart.
And Moore's representatives say Mary will be remembered as a fearless visionary who turned the world on with her smile. If you're out of a job, local experts hosted an event today that might point you in the right direction. Why they informed the public about resources many may not know about.
Plus, stock market soaring to levels not seen in history. Why experts say the Dow was able to reach new highs today, not long after the opening bell.
And congratulations to Jack, our umbrella winner today from Columbus. We'll have another winner for you coming up on Friday. And to register to win, head over to the weather tab at WTVM.com and win one of these WTVM and Energy Savers umbrellas. You may need it if you're out and about very late tonight. We'll talk about those rain chances for you coming up.
And here's another live look where tax and financial experts are standing by to answer your questions.
The number to call with your questions is on your screen and also on our website. Ahead, we're going to talk live to see what some of the questions you're asking and what they're hearing more about when it comes to taxes and finances.
Three.
This is it. Do you want to go switch places? Yeah, another way to make my life a living heaven.
Heaven, that's right. You do that, like, see, this is the live side, and there's the Facebook Live over there. On that end.
No, that's, oh yeah, I don't know.
From your Storm Team 9 Alert Center, WTVM Chief Meteorologist Derek Kincaid.
Well, tonight, rain chances moving back in, but we do not expect much thunder here as these showers start to move their way in from the west. In fact, as we track those rain chances for you, the higher numbers move in after midnight. In fact, really for a lot of this, it'll be after 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning that we see that best coverage of rain moving in. So for the rest of this evening, mostly dry weather for folks that may have any plans out and about. Then the story shifts to cooler temperatures beyond that. Highs will stay in the 50s, overnight lows down in the 30s. In fact, of course, around here, we see a lot of variation when it comes to overnight lows, so 20s and 30s, a good possibility Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning as well. So many places just at or below the freezing mark. But in our 9-day forecast, you'll notice drier weather once we get past this rain chance coming up later on tonight. But today, very warm, 73 in Pine Mountain, Columbus 72 at the airport, 74 over on the east side of town, up to 80 in Smith Station, 71, and 71 as well over in Auburn. So a very warm day for everybody as expected. But this is going to be the last day that we're going to be in the 70s for a while, as we do have that big time cool down coming our way. Here's the big picture, tracking some clouds and that little band of showers to our northwest. Some lightning and thunder in here again, as we mentioned, but by the time it makes it down here, most spots will not even have to deal with that at all. And rainfall totals from this are going to be very, very low as well. So let's talk about our high resolution futurecast here, the best look at the timing of this as we get into the nighttime hours. By 8, 9, 10 o'clock, it wouldn't surprise me to see a passing shower, but you see the line of showers still off to our north and west by then. After midnight, that line approaches and moves into our east Alabama counties. Then between about 2 and 3 o'clock, we'll see rain in the Fountain City. I think by about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, the rain working its way out of the area. And then by the time folks get up and get ready for school and work, most places will not have any rain to worry about. Though you want to get up and check the WTVM weather app, check the morning show out tomorrow as well to see where that rain might be. You may have to have the umbrella when you step out the door. Most spots, I think, will not need it early on tomorrow morning. As far as any thunder potential, where we've highlighted here in yellow, the best chance of hearing a rumble of thunder tonight, but that will likely not be a big problem for a lot of folks. And rainfall totals less than 1/4 of an inch as this moves on through. Tonight, scattered showers, again, mainly after midnight. Overnight lows back down in the 40s and 50s tonight. Columbus will go at 51, 49 over in Auburn, 54 for Buena Vista. More of those 50s down to our south tonight. Then as we look ahead to your day tomorrow, a whole lot cooler for sure. Sunny skies. The best rain chances come very early in the morning hours, but highs only in the 50s tomorrow. Columbus 58, 57 for Auburn. We'll see some low 60s down to our south, but just getting ready to transition back to a much cooler weather forecast here over the next few days and on into next week as well. Highs in the 50s and lows back down in the 30s. Rosa.
All right, Derek, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, it's time once again to get your taxes done, and for many, this can be a very confusing and overwhelming task to complete. Newsletter 9 is once again teaming up with Supreme Tax in Columbus as well as Integrated Financial Group. And Jason Dennis is now live upstairs in our conference room where a phone bank is going on right now. And Jason, what sort of questions are these tax experts hearing today?
Well, Rosalind, it could definitely be overwhelming to, when the tax season is here and your deadline's just a few months away and people sometimes wait until the last minute. But we're here to help you out for free. We've got some tax experts around the table right here wanting to answer your phone calls. We don't hear the phones ringing. We need to hear them ringing right now. There's one phone call. I want you to call right now, 706-494-5530. The number's on the bottom of your screen, scrolling as well. Call that phone number right now to get your tax questions answered for free. We have some folks here, great folks that have a lot of experience experience from Supreme Fast Tax and also Integrated Financial Group of Columbus. If you have some financial questions, perhaps you want your money to work better for you, we want you to call right now. Get your questions answered for free from both of these great organizations in Columbus. And we've doing this for the second year in a row, this free phone bank for you. It's going to be going on until 6:30, so you only really have another hour or so to call in. And we're going to talk right now to somebody from Supreme Fast Tax who was with us last year as well, Cedric Mitchell. And Cedric, so what kind of calls have you been getting in terms of people, or what kind of things do people need to know about taxes this time of year?
A lot of people are calling to see if their Social Security is taxable, and what they need to know is their filing status and how much additional income they're going to have besides their Social Security, because it does become taxable at a certain amount depending on your filing status.
Now, people always want to know, have there been changes? Am I going to get more taxes taken out or less, or how do I know that?
Well, yeah, there's always going to be minor changes. Some credits go away, new credits are created depending on legislation. But another thing people need to know is they need to bring in more documents than in the past. You have to prove your residency, prove relationship with your dependents. So with that in mind, you kind of need to examine the place that you bring these documents to, because this is not just your financial information, this is your personal information. So you want to deal with somebody that's going to take that very serious and keep them under lock and key.
It's great to get. It's a free service. You're getting expert opinion right now. Because people need a lot of help with their taxes, right?
Free service. I think this is our third year actually doing it. We're doing free estimates all year long, and we also are doing free 1040 EZs this year.
Great. All right. Thanks very much, Cedric. I appreciate it. Yes. And so, again, we're doing this phone bank until 6:30 Eastern Time tonight. So we want you to call in right now. Again, that phone number is at the bottom of your screen, 706-494-5530. Call in with your tax and financial questions. We like to hear these phones ringing. Keep them ringing for the next hour, and we'll see you in the studio soon. Back to you, Rosalind.
All right, Jason. Thank you. Very good idea. That's absolutely free to you. And we have all of the information you need to know on how to call into our phone bank on our website, WTVM.com, and free mobile app. The number to call is 706-494-5530. It's also right there on your screen. Experts will answer the phones up until 6:30 tonight, so you still have plenty of time. We're also streaming this on Facebook starting at 5:30 as a way for you to ask questions. Some job seekers in the Valley are better informed about opportunities available to them. It's all thanks to a free job fair held today at the Goodwill Career Center in Phoenix City. Manager Alicia Miles of Goodwill says they answered questions about the many jobs that are available to people and the application process.
One stop, one location, get all the information that they need, and hopefully work towards bettering their lives. So I think this is a great opportunity for the community.
If you missed this one today, no worries. Organizers say they will host more events similar to today's event. Representatives from Chattahoochee Valley Community College and local firefighters were just some of the vendors that were on hand for the event. A local organization trying to put a number to a problem today. Find out how the United Way is hoping to put an end to homelessness in the Valley once and for all. The Dow made history this morning, crossing the 20,000 mark for the first time ever, not long after the opening bell. The historic milestone leaves the Dow up more than 1,000 points since President Trump's victory in November.
Now, this jump in stocks is also a reflection of the solid economy that Trump inherited from former President Obama. The U.S. has added jobs for a record 75 straight months, and the unemployment rate is sitting near a 10-year low.
The size of the Columbus-Phoenix City area homelessness population varies depending on who you ask. So the United Way, through the Home for Good program, is trying to put an actual number to those who are homeless. Newsletter 9's Cheryl Renee shows us how they do it.
Count yourself lucky if you have a warm house to stay in, because there are people in Columbus and Phoenix City who don't. Each year, the United Way fans out across the two cities to find out just how many homeless are out there, because they believe everyone counts. On a cool, dark morning along Front Avenue in Columbus, volunteers in groups of 3 head out with flashlights, clipboards stacked with surveys and care packages, seeking out the homeless who may be sleeping outside. They are escorted by police for safety. The goal is to count those experiencing homelessness to better understand the magnitude of the problem and what can be done to help.
And through Home for Good and all the other agencies that are working on this collaborative effort, we hope to get those people the services they need and into housing, if they want it. Not everybody wants help.
The count started Tuesday and ends today, making this their 4th year for the survey. Not only are volunteers counting those who sleep outside and under bridges, they're also counting people in shelters who have no home. Back to you.
Scott Ferguson says last year the count of homeless people was down 20%. He's hoping it's even lower this year.
If you're looking for the best of the best hotels, you should look to go just down the road. That's because the Auburn and Opelika Marriott is being recognized as the top location in North and South America for 2017. The hotel is owned by the Robert Trent Jones Golf Course and Retirement Systems of Alabama. They say a survey looked at guest satisfaction in the hospitality industry and found that this location had the highest scores for room cleanliness and staff service.
Very good.
Nice looking place there, yeah. That does it for the news at 5. We're back with more late breaking headlines in just a few minutes.
The news at 5:30 is next. And of course, let's take one last look from our experts on the phone bank live right now. Newsletter 9 has teamed up with financial and tax experts to answer your questions.
The number to call with your questions on your screen and on our website, 706-494-5530. We'll have much more coming up at 5:30.